Hello everybody and welcome to One Player Today. Well, with all the trouble going on back here on our home planet, why not look to space for some solace? Unfortunately, we're not going to find it because there's a giant Nemesis Beast trying to swallow the galaxy. Rather unfortunate. So bigger fish to fry than just a little virus. And we are going to take on the fifth boss challenge, the Nemesis Beast. I'll read you the flavor text just to get you in the mood, and then let's go. I won't cover a lot of the base kind of rules of Star Realms. I've covered those in previous videos, so I'll link maybe a little card up here somewhere to my kind of first few playthroughs, and that way you can kind of go there, check out the basic rules, and then come back and see if we can take down this space galaxy swallowing monstrosity. Here we are. While exploring a new system for colonization, your scanners pick up what appears to be a massive geomagnetic storm on the fourth planet. The storm continues to grow in intensity, ripping the planet apart. The storm moves away from the debris field and towards your fleet, matching your changes in course. You realize to your horror that the storm, in quotations, is a supermassive planet-swallowing space beast. You must defeat it to save your fleet, your realm, and perhaps the galaxy itself. Let's go. We are setting up with 50 authority for the boss, 50 authority for ourselves here on this noble blue color. We've got the trade row as per normal, and we have our starting deck of 10 cards, 8 scouts and 2 vipers. I'll give them a shuffle before we get going. Shall we play veteran? Yeah, let's go veteran. So we're going to take a hand of 3, and then it will be the boss's turn right away. Now, as with these Star Realms boss challenges, each boss has a kind of different way that they play, a different turn structure, so we'll get into that as soon as they're ready. But let's pull our first 3 cards and then see what we can do. We have 3 scouts, so I think what we're going to do is buy something. I like the look of this for 3. So the Nemesis Beast does not have a deck, it does not have a hand, and it does not have a discard pile. So if we get the boss to discard a card as per this light cruiser, if the player would make a boss discard a card, that player draws a card and then discards a card instead. That's not great, is it? But this is pretty decent. Or I could go with these 2 cards here and really start to... yeah, let's go with this one. Why not? We're going to put the light cruiser into our discard pile. And then the boss will go next. So what happens here, as we fill back up the trade row, the boss's order of play. We scrap the card in the trade row furthest from the trade deck. I should probably remember that so that I can look at it. Yeah, I'll look at it more closely next time because I might have wanted this, although I couldn't have afforded it anyway. So we scrap the card furthest from the trade row. We move the entire trade row 1 position further down the trade, or 1 position further away from the trade deck, should I say. And I'm playing on the opposite side of a Wings of Glory mat here, so it's a bit sticky, but we'll make it work. Like rubber, not like dirty. What? Place the scrapped card face down in front of the boss. The boss gains combat equal to the number of cards in front of it. All right, that's 1. The faction of the card revealed determines which special ability the boss gains that turn. It is indeed a Star Empire, in which case each player discards 2 cards. God, that is pretty harsh. Let's pull our cards first, so I guess we can then choose which ones to discard. I suppose, do we want the Blob Miner, or should we go with the Frontier Runner next turn? I don't know. I suppose let's do 1 of each, and then we'll just do a 1 damage to them, and yeah, that's fine. So we'll discard that. The boss gains 1, so will take us down to 49, as we have unfortunately no way currently of defending ourselves. And that is the boss's turn, so we're going to remember that there is 1 card on his pile. Our turn, and so we're down to 3 cards again, unfortunately. We'll do 1 damage to the boss, so they can join us on 49. and then we will, I think, pick up this blob miner. The nanobot swarm can get discarded, and that's okay because we're not going to be able to afford that for some time, are we? So, oh no, it won't be. It'll be this one that gets discarded, which is a moonworm hatchling. Interesting. Yeah, because we only slide when the boss does it, not when we do it. Okay, remember that too. Now we need to make ourselves a new hand of 5 cards, so let's give us a shuffle. And as I do that, let's think about what the boss's turn is going to be. So the boss is going to do, well, he's going to destroy this, or scrap it, I should say. That's 2. Maybe I need I think I maybe just get a dice for this, because I'm going to have to, if I'm going to count the cards every turn, it's going to be a bit annoying. And it's another yellow, so we have to just we have to get rid of 2 more cards from this new hand that we're drawing. So I'll put my deck there. Let's discard 2 cards, and we won't make it either of these because these are actually good. So let's do these 2 scouts, and then I'm going to take 2 damage to put me down to 47. And let me find a dice so I can actually keep track. Hopefully this will be large enough to stay on camera. I mean, I'll just announce it when we're doing it. So he's got 2, and that is the boss's turn. So we've only got again a hand of 3, bit unfortunate. But we are going to do this. We're going to scrap a card in the trade row, which I don't really care about doing. The boss doesn't benefit from the trade row whatsoever. So as he's just turning these upside down and counting them as 1, it's not like bigger cards help him or hinder him. Is that can we gender a Nemesis Beast? I don't think we can. So I don't think it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really make sense for me to scrap a card in the trade row unless there was something really bad that I just did not want. You know, perhaps I've got 2 orbital gun platforms, for example. Although, to be fair, that might not actually be a bad idea. Can't afford them though, so that's too bad. Right, we've got 3 trade, which isn't very helpful at the moment, is it? And then we've got target opponent discards a card, so I will draw. You know what, I'll place down this one first. We'll draw. It's a scout, so maybe we should indeed get rid of our Viper, discard that, and then play these 2. It'll give us 4 trade. We'll pick up the orbital gun platform, and then we have a total of 4 combat with which to take our opponent down to 45. I didn't really think about this layout here. Maybe I'll do that. Is that on camera? Yeah, just about. Bit of glare, but there you go, 45. Excellent, excellent. The Frontier Hawk. Hopefully the next card isn't yellow so that we don't have to discard another 2 cards next turn. 3, 4, 5, that's our hand. The boss is going to discard and move up to 3 combat. We are going to shift these over. Or I shouldn't say discard, I should say trash. And it's red, so for red, each player puts a random card in their hand on top of their deck. Well, you know what? That's okay. And I don't know what I'm missing out on, so that feels fine to me. Feels a little bit more bearable, I guess, in some way. We're moving down by 3, so we are on 44, and maybe I'll play the same trick to the side as I did with the boss there. 44, 47, no, 44, 45, because we took them down, and that's our turn. 4 scouts. All right. Now then, I would really like that Federation cruiser because it's massive. There is no chance of that. I suppose let's take this Frontier Hawk and see what comes up. So we've still got 3 trade to spend. Oh wow, that's a big one. All right, we'll take this one then, I guess. Yeah, okay, then I've got an Explorer that I could possibly buy later, or this Orbital Shuttle. If you've got 2 or more bases in play, gain 4 and draw a card. I haven't picked up any, or I've picked up 1 base, I should say. So, I should put it this way. I picked up 1 base, so maybe we'll play with some bases. I mean, no, we go with the shuttle. We don't have any combat, unfortunately. So it will be the boss's turn. We're going to draw our new hand of 5. 1, 2, 3 to make it 5. And the boss will destroy or scrap or whatever you want to say to 4. And we'll pull another red card. So we are going to discard one more card from our hand. I'm going to put, well, actually not discard it again. Sorry, I'm using the wrong nomenclature. We are going to place it on the top of our deck. So what's it going to be? Could be the same card as we did last time. We just don't know. Viper, Scout, Scout. Oh, nice. We've got a nice orbital gun platform coming into play. That'll gain us 3 combat plus 4, and then we've got 2 trade with which we can do, unfortunately, nothing. We will buy an Explorer, call it good, and take 4 health off of our boss friend here to put them down to 41. Now this will act as an outpost as well. So luckily for us, we'll only oh, he's going to destroy it next time. Yeah, he's going to destroy it straight away, so whatever. But at least it will mitigate some of the damage. Did we take... Oh, I didn't take damage last time, did I? No, I didn't. So we're on 40. Whoops. Not 40, not 44. We're on 40. Boss is on 41. Still slightly ahead. Yes, let's go. Trash. Power of 5. Blimp. Bloop. Those 2. Yeah, maybe it is a good idea to get some bases in play, isn't it? Blue. We haven't had a blue yet. For each player, the boss gains 5 authority, back up to 46, and that is quite depressing. This outpost will be destroyed, and we will take 1 off our health, throwing us down to an unfortunate-looking 39. Oh, and, of course, attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 34. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. This is going not so great, but, you know, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 5. Viper, Blob Miner, 2 Scouts, and a Light Cruiser. I really need to get some synergy into my deck, and pretty quick, I think. We've got another orbital gun platform, which I'm pretty tempted by. That's 3, 4, 5 to spend. So we've got 5. I could, I suppose, buy the Enforcer mech, but at the moment I don't believe I've got any other red cards in my deck, and I'm kind of more leaning towards the base strategy at the moment. So that will take out, well, we only have 1 trade left, so that's not going to do us any help. We will take oh, target opponent discards a card again, so let's see if we can pull something good. Oh, we can. I will discard this Viper and place this down, draw a card, then discard a card as well. Scout, so we'll draw that and whatever. And so now we're doing a pretty decent amount of damage. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 because of the ally ability. So 9 takes him down to 37. And that is what I like to see. 37 life for the boss. And we are just keeping up. Just. Let's go. Boss man. Federation battleship is unfortunately trashed. You are going to do 6 damage, which is right there. The pull is a yellow, and we are going to discard another 2 cards from our hand. That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see which ones we're going to discard. Probably a couple of scouts, I'm guessing. Yes. 2 scouts to discard, and 6 damage for us, which takes us down to 28. That feels very low this early on in the game. I mean, he's doing 6 combat each, or... yeah, I mean, soon enough, he's going to be doing like 10 combat a turn, and we are going to be absolutely screwed. Okay, here we are. We've got 2 authority gained, which is nice, so we'll go back up to 30 at least. And we've got no bases in play. That isn't going to come into help us here, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to play with. I do like the thought of this. However... acquire a ship or base of cost 6 or less for free. I like that as well. We've got enough blues to make it worthwhile. Reds, again, I'm like, yeah, I think this is the turning point, isn't it? Where do we go from here? Do we go for synergy or do we go for power? Because obviously these two cards, quite powerful. This gives us obviously the base opportunity. This gives us just, you know, that's pretty grand. What do we do if we discard target base? If player would destroy a base, that play gains 3 instead. So if this is basically an 8 card, if we've got a red ally, although this giving us 5 authority, I don't know if I'm going to regret this. I'm not sure, but let's just do it. I'm going to take that. We didn't do any combat that turn, which is a bit of a shame. We're going to scrap this for the boss to turn him to 7. That was me just being sick a little bit in my mouth, because we are, as you can see, quite wide open, and we're going to be down to 23 in a matter of seconds. It's a red, so we put a random card on top of our deck once we draw it, and I'm not thrilled as to how this is going. The Nemesis Beast is being a bit of a git, as far as I'm concerned, and I don't mind if he knows it. Once again, I am engendering the beast. I apologise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least we've got a kind of a more of a hefty deck. So we know we've got some good stuff in there. We could probably start, might be nice to start trashing some stuff actually, getting some scouts out. All right, here we go. We have 2 scouts. Oh, at least, yeah, all right, that's fine. We've got an orbital gun platform and a light cruiser. Target opponent discards a card. So that means we draw and then can discard again. Oh, that's lovely. 3 yellow cards. So let's discard this scout. We don't want that. We'll play this Frontier Hawk, draw another card and discard it. Okay, we can discard that. So now we are doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, plus another 2 from the light cruiser. And we're going to draw a card because we've got multiple allies. So we're going to draw another card. Oh my goodness. Well, we said we wanted synergy, and that is about as good as it's going to get. 2 orbital gun platforms and 2 Star Empire ships. So now I've lost count of what I did. So we've got 3, 6, 10, 12, 15 damage, and 1 trade that we're going to use to definitely buy another Frontier Hawk. So 15 damage, that is pretty slick. Double what the boss is doing, and that takes him down to 22, and that is the first time that we've been in the lead. So I feel, let's shade that just a little bit. I feel pretty decent about that. Can I really shade that permanently so you can actually see what's happening? I don't know. Maybe you can. Maybe I can. Let's see. I'll put yeah, look at that, camera tricks. I put a book there. It's just if you want secrets behind this. Oh, well, yeah, right, whatever. We've got 2 bases out, which is pretty fantastic. I mean, they're going to destroy them both next turn, which absolutely stinks, but that's what's going to happen. That's our turn, and I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much. We're going to scrap this Enforcer mech to put them up to 8. 3. Move the old bloops. It's a red, so we're going to put a card back on our deck here. They're not going to do any damage to us, so let's just twist that around, you know, just for aesthetics' sake. They're not going to do any damage to us. They are going to destroy both of our bases, unfortunately, both of our outposts. And we're going to put this one back on top. Both gun platforms are done for, but you know what? They did a job, and I am thankful to them for their service. Let's see what our 4 cards have brought to us. I'm not as excited about this, I'll be honest, but we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 authority, so we're going back up to 24. We've got 1 combat to take the boss down to 21, so that's all right. And then, like I said, 6 trade. What are we going to use that for? I like this. 2 combat with a 5 outpost. I'd say that's better than this because it only gives us 1 trade, and it's better than this because it gives us 1 trade, but it's not an outpost. We cannot, unfortunately, afford the Neural Nexus. Scrap a card in your hand or discard pile and gain combat equal to its cost. Actually, I don't really like that card. I don't want to get rid of my good ones. I've tried, so taken me a while to get them, I think I'm going to go with the defense system. Defense system, and let's see what comes out. Okay, blob miner then. So we'll do the blob miner and the defense system. That's 6. We've done the 1 damage. And let's see what fills up here. It's a plasma bot. That's fine. Whatever. That's discarded. The boss. Trash. And 9. Let's just count this to make sure I'm doing it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, all right. Been able to keep track. That's nice. The dice is helping. And what is the boss's particular form of punishment? This turn, it is to discard 2 cards. Well, I'm not a fan of yours, and you can bloody well get lost. Well, you know what? That is probably the worst hand we've had so far since the beginning. So that's 3 scouts, an explorer, and a viper. So I guess we'll get rid of 2 scouts, and we're going to go down to, what, 15? Ooh, okay. We're going to need to come up with something pretty good next turn, because they're going to take us down to 5 once they get up to 10. And yeah, our deck it's bloated, essentially. All the good stuff's in here. And this is the chaff. And that's a shame. We're going to take them down to 20 with 1 viper. So we'll do that. And then with 3 trade, what are we going to buy? Ugh. I think it has to be the outpost. I don't see any other way to do this. Oof. Okay, now we've got 3 cards. We need to shuffle. I just hope that it's 2 good ones. I mean, if it's the 2 bases or something, I honestly, I don't mind. Something good. Please, no more scouts at all. I suppose that's the benefit of the machine cult, is that you can get rid of all the rubbish. 2 more. Fill up the trade row. I need you. Oops. 1 more card to his combat score, so we are on 10. As long as it's not... You know what? Red has been okay for us thus far. I mean, it sucks playing with only 4 cards, as long as it's not a green. Haha, funny. As long as it's not a green, because they are going to gain an extra 3, and that is going to put us... that's going to put us down to 2 health. Here it says for each... We haven't come across this. They haven't drawn a blob yet. So for each player, the boss destroys a target base or gains 3 combat. So we are down to 2, and this is precarious. This better be... Well, there better be... I think we've only got 1... Trade Federation that gains his life or gains his authority in our deck, so hopefully it's one of these. And oh no, oh yes, oh, you absolute champion. That's fantastic. Oh, and a gun platform as well. Bloody brilliant. Okay, so I don't actually know if we're gonna be able to... I think the boss might still win, but let's see. If you've got 2 or more bases in play, which unfortunately we now do not. Oh, however, draw a card, then discard a card. I will do that, and hopefully, oh my gosh, let it be a base. It's not, but it is a Frontier Hawk, so I will discard this scout, play this, grab this. Oh, you absolute crap. All right, well, I think that means we're done for. It's a scout, which is going to do us nothing. So I'll discard that. We are up to 9 combat, which is nice, but it's not going to be enough to do the damage necessary. We're going to gain we're going to acquire a ship or base of cost 6 or less for free and put it on the top of your deck. So obviously we're going to go with the most expensive one going on top. But we are going to gain, and we're going to gain 3 trade and 5... Oh wait, maybe we will survive just one more turn. No, I don't think we will. I think we're going to be exactly not enough. So he's going to go up to, the boss is going to go up to 11. I've got 4 here, so he's going to do 7 damage. Yeah, oh, that's so close. That is, oh, so frustrating. I will pick up this light cruiser for 3. Yeah, I'll pick up this light cruiser for 3. Oh, I think we are screwed. Oh wait, hold on, I need to do the damage, don't I? 3, 6, I said 9, yeah, 9. Oh, that is brutal. So he's down to 11. Once he scraps this, he goes to 11 combat. We'll shift this over, see what his final judgment is. What hath the beast to say? We're going to discard 2 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I don't think we would have won anyway. So even if we had another turn, I don't think we could win. Let's just see. We're going to discard those 2 scouts. 11 combat, -4 from our outpost equals 7 health, which is exactly what we have. So let's just play at 0. I don't think we can win this turn, can we? Target opponent discards a card, so that means we can draw and discard again. So if we played this, we'll draw a card. It's an explorer. Then we'll draw a card and discard a card. So we'll discard that. Would we have been able to do it? If we put that down, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, we would. We were 1 turn away. Ooh, you absolute crap. And again, we could force them to discard a card, so we would pick up. Oh, no, look at that. We discard the Explorer, put down our orbital gun platform, and then we would actually have won by a decent margin. 3, 6, 9, 11, 15. So we would have had him on -4. Should we be allowed to play at 0 health, which I don't think we are. The first player to reduce their opponent's authority to 0 wins. Not past 0, to 0. So we are at 0. The Nemesis Beast has got us, and then the very next turn we could have got him. Well, here we are. The Nemesis Beast has swallowed us whole. Potentially our realm, potentially our galaxy. We don't know. Unfortunately, we have been reduced to space rubble, and that will be it from me. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you're enjoying the Star Realms. It's good to be back on Star Realms. I love this game. It's good to be back. I do hope you have enjoyed the video. Oh, and let me know in the comments, did you back the Star Realms like epic set? I can't remember what it was like. They pinned it as like the deluxe, like everything of the entire game ever plugged into one box. I think you get a mat with it too, which I'm pretty excited about, so I don't have to play on this anymore. For $100, I'm pretty excited. I'm going to buy a lot of sleeves, but I'm pretty psyched. I think that's coming this summer, so maybe stay tuned for some more Star Realms content. Yeah, that is going to be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. But if you have enjoyed, please do drop a like. I think it helps the channel quite a lot. If you are not already, please consider subscribing. That, whether it helps the channel or not, it just means the world to me. I think it's lovely. And I would love to have you join me on this journey of solo board gaming. And that is it. Yeah, that's all. That's all I'm asking. Thanks so much for watching. And until next time, I will see you later.